A-level maths, paper 2, exam predictions and last minute tips from a girl who got an A star. Predictions based on what came up in paper 1 and based on what comes up every single year. And the things that you can do in your revision tonight to get that A star tomorrow. Trust me when I tell you, you do not want to skip this video. Bear in mind that paper 2 is pure paper 2. So if there are topics that come up every single year that didn't come up in paper 1, they are going to be in paper 2. And one of these topics is proof by contradiction. It comes up every year and it wasn't in paper 1. Please be prepared for a question on this. The best way to revise proof is just by doing loads and loads and loads of practice, which is really annoying because you have to approach them all in a slightly different way. But if you do it enough times, you can sort of form this flowchart of how you approach each kind of proof question, and this will really help you in that exam. Binomial expansion hasn't come up, it comes up every year. I think that you are going to get a difficult question on this. So there's a limit to how difficult binomial expansions questions can get, but I think they'll make it quite extensive and worth quite a lot of marks. This is just my prediction, so please make sure you read that question properly, especially if you're cancelling things down and expanding lots of brackets. With binomial expansion, please be sure to be happy with your power laws as well. They love to give you an expression in the numerator and the denominator, and a lot of the times you need to cancel it down before you can actually do the expansion, or to get it in its simplest form. And this is where students are so prone to making silly mistakes. You understand the hard thing, but you slip up on the simple thing. Partial fractions and their applications within integration and differential equations. You need to work backwards, so you might get an expression and you can't integrate it as is, so you need to use a method to get it in the right form. Problem solving, do practice questions on this. Differentiation, you are going to get more questions on it, particularly I think differentiation from first principles and implicit differentiation. I also think that you're going to get a big question on exponential modelling. Again, just a hunch. So understand why you're doing what you're doing, not just be able to, take a log. Why are you doing this? Because in these exponential modelling questions, they love to ask, oh, why does this work? Or what does this mean? So you need to thoroughly understand it to pick up those 1, 2 or 3 marks at the end of the question. Tonight, I highly recommend working on your weakest areas. If you're really happy with sequences, don't spend ages reviewing them. Also bear in mind that sequences did come up in paper 1, it might come up in paper 2, but at the same time, if you're happy with that, then spend more time going over those hardest questions, those topics that you find difficult. So many people, that is that second year integration, differentiation, implicit differentiation, integration by parts, which hasn't come up yet. Spend time revising these things tonight, because this is what will help increase that grade tomorrow. If you found this video helpful, be sure to follow for more daily A-level study tips.